If you are in a relationship right now, let me turn you on to the Ritual app. You are going to schedule your one-on-one session live with your clinician every week. I happen to be one of them. And in preparation for these sessions, you and your partner every single week, you're going to look at your video content that is curated for you and your partner. And you're going to learn the relationship skills that you need to really keep your relationship running smoothly and to keep both of you strong and emotionally healthy. And you're going to meet with your clinician afterwards. You're going to take the assessment. You're going to do your journal prompts and take the assessment so your clinician can find out how you're doing and how things are going in your relationship and the areas that you may need to get stronger in. But Ritual is an absolutely amazing app. It's going to help keep your relationship on track. It's going to give you that curated time with your partner every week to work on your relationship. And so I want you to check out the link at the bottom of this video and click on it, and you will get 20% off of the Ritual app. You also have the opportunity to message your clinician in between sessions. So you can also do that. But it is an absolutely amazing tool, a great modern day tool for couples to keep their relationship strong and healthy. So check out the Ritual app today, and don't forget to use my link to get 20% off of your first month of Ritual. And if you'd like to work with me, please let them know you're interested in working with Anita Stoudmire. Good afternoon. This is a very random time that I'm coming on Instagram Live, but I'm also using this opportunity to create content for my YouTube channel. And the title of this is going to piss a lot of men off. It's going to piss a lot of red pill men off. Like, you're going to feel a way about the title. But if you are so inclined to take a listen and open your mind, I want you to open your mind to what the information that I'm going to share. You may be pleasantly surprised. I'm out of breath because I just was running up 3 flights of stairs. This is for the ladies. If there are gentlemen who are listening to this live, you are welcome to listen. But just know this, because y'all know how I do things. I'm a former school teacher. A lot of people don't know that. I'm a former school teacher from way back when. And you get ugly, you get disrespectful in my class, you will head to the principal's office with the quickness. Okay? That's what's going to happen. Thank you, Garland Stillwell, for buying a badge. I appreciate you. So open your mind. Open your mind. That's what we need to do more of. We need to get curious about things instead of being ready and willing to, oh my God, I know you're not saying that. I know you're not telling women that. You're so quick to condemn things. Open your mind. Okay? But this little talk today is for the women. And if you are, this is what I want the women to understand. If you're over the age of 21, right? If you're over the age of 21, there's I think it's 80, what's the current statistic? I'll have to look it up. I'm going to look it up. So if you are a woman and you're over the age of 21, it is believed that 12.3% of you are still virgins. Okay, 12.3%. That means most of you are not. That's the population that I'm talking to today. And today we are going to talk all about chastity. That is an old-timey word, just like the word temperance. We don't talk enough about some of these old-timey words. I'm going to give you the definition of chastity. I'm also going to give you the definition of temperance. And we're also going to talk at length about celibacy and abstinence. So you got all these words floating around, people calling themselves celibate because they're not having sex right now. No, that does not make you celibate. So this will be an education for you so you can start using the right words, because words do matter. And you running around not having sex for 3 months saying you're celibate. No, you're not. You are not celibate. You are abstaining. And if you are living an entire life that's based on abstaining in the sense of how you dress and other things, how you talk, how you dance, that is what we call chastity. Okay, so women need to understand the difference. All right, so definition for chastity. It is also known as purity, a virtue related to temperance. And I'm going to give you the definition of temperance. Someone who is chaste refrains either from sexual activity that is considered immoral or from any sexual activity according to their state of life. Okay, so in my world, a woman who is chaste, it is not just about sexuality. It is not just about the sex act. It is also about how you dress. It is also about how you dance. It is also about your language, right? So to me, it's a mindset. A woman who is chaste has a mindset, a mind state that says, until I'm married, like, I don't talk nasty. I don't do nasty things. I don't dress in such a way so as to incite men. Like a chaste woman, there is a purity to her that says, and here's what I love about chastity. It emphasizes the woman. It emphasizes the person. It emphasizes the soul and spirit of the person. It does not emphasize the sexuality. It does not emphasize the sex organs. It emphasizes who the person really is. And ladies, when I say your virginity, so your value is not your virginity. Your virginity is not your value. This is what I'm basically telling you. That even though you may no longer be a virgin, I'm no longer a virgin. Red pill, modern day men, like they are defining our worth and value based on the sex act. Not based on your character, not based on who you are as a woman, not based on all the wonderful things about you. They are basing it on your vagina and who has entered your vagina and where your vagina has been. Now, let me make this incredibly clear, and I'm going to do this from the start. That does not mean that you are to run around and give away your sexual value. You're to give away yourself sexually, because this little talk today is all about getting you to abstain. That's actually what this talk is about. That a lot of women, if I could be so bold, they don't practice abstinence. They're not chaste, okay? Because they believe that because they're no longer virgins, oh, what does it matter? What is it? That's how the body count even came to be. You feel like because your virginity is gone, then, oh, well, what's the difference between 1 and 1,000? No, ma'am. There is a difference. There is a difference to your soul and your spirit. So I'm sharing this message because I want men and women to understand that you all running around talking about, oh, well, the only way she would be valuable to me if she was still a virgin. That's foolish. That's foolish. That's ridiculous. That you're showing your ignorance by saying that. Okay? Because in my world and in the spiritual world, a woman can redeem herself to God. She can redeem herself. She can give up her ways, and definitely to God, her value is not in her virginity. That's why Jesus told the woman at the well, hey, you out here sleeping around, you sleeping with people's husbands, you sleeping with men who ain't your husband. Okay, don't do that no more. That's the redeeming quality, is that Christ said, stop that. Don't do that no more. That's actually what this piece of content is all about. I am not giving women permission to go out and sleep around and give their body away to whoever and whatever. Quite the opposite. I simply want women to know that this idea that because they're not a virgin, that what is the point of abstaining? Because that's what a man is going to tell you. Can I be real? That's what a man is going to try to talk you into. What is the point of abstaining? You are no longer a virgin. You're a single mother. You got kids, or you done had sex with some other man. You might as well give it to me. That's basically what he's selling you. That's basically what he's selling you, ladies. When the reality is that at any point in time, you can become chaste. At any point in time, you can abstain. And if I could be so bold, I'm going to encourage you to do it until you find your own husband. I'm going to encourage you to abstain and be chaste in all your ways until you find your husband. Okay, so in the sight of God, in the sight of Jesus, you have been redeemed. That's my message, is that women have got to fight for love. We have got to fight for authentic love. We are giving ourselves away to men. Oh, y'all really not going to like this. You ready? You giving yourself away to men who don't even love you. So this is what I was taught. And I strayed away from this. But this is what I was taught from the time I was young. I was taught this by my grandmother. I was taught this by my mother. LMSB. That is the way things should go. Love. L. Marriage. M. Sex. S. Babies. B. That is the way that should go. Love first. Marriage second. Sex third. Babies fourth. That is the way I was taught in my church. That's the way I was taught by my mother, by my grandmother, by all my aunts. LMSB, that's how things are supposed to go. So when I see couples come in my practice and they're living together and they own a house together and they have some kids, they're not married, clearly they've had sex, like that, you guess what I tell them? Guess what I tell them every time? And they always blush, like they always, it's like a little shame come over them. I said, yeah, you done put the cart before the horse. You done put the cart before the horse in this situation. And guess what? Because God is not a God of order, you will experience a lot of heartache. Because the Bible is telling you how to live. God is telling you how to live for your benefit. Y'all really think going to church and praying and reading the Bible, y'all really think that's for God? Y'all really think y'all doing God a favor? That's not for him, dummy. That's for you. That's so you can have a good life, so you can have a long life, so you can be blessed. Everything that he teaching you, everything that he telling you is for you. So you can, stop catching diseases and stop having a bunch of kids with men who don't love you. So you can stop getting your heart broke over and over again. I have gone against God's word. I've witnessed it in my own life. When I did things my way, it didn't work out. It didn't go well. It messed me up. It messed me up. And guess what? It sent me running right back to him. All you had to do was do it the way I told you. But that's it. Love, marriage, sex, and babies. Now, a lot of you all have given up on love. You've given up on authentic love. You will give your body away to a man that does not love you. You'll give your body away to a man who don't even like you. And I can't fathom it. I can't fathom it. If I have any standard, it is that you must like me. You must love me. We must be exclusive and committed. That's been my standard forever. Now, my standard should have been marriage. But the least I will say is, okay, this dude got to like me. You got to like me. I got to like you. You got to love me. You got to be exclusive and committed to me. How have we fallen so far? We've fallen so far that we have normalized having sex without love. Those two things should not be separate. Those two things should not be separated from each other. That's a problem. Okay, so your sexuality is not for recreation. I got my notes here. Sex is not just a biological act. That's what modern day science, that's what modern day dogma and the agenda wants you to believe. That sex is just a biological act. It's something you do for recreation. It's something you do for fun. But the truth is this. It is a human act. It is a very personal, soul-tying act. And we need to treat it that way. That's why chastity needs to come back. We need to talk about how truly important sex is. And I talk about this on my platform all the time. What do I tell you, ladies? 98% of the negative consequences of the sex act, it falls on us. It falls on us. So the men, they love the pleasure, but not the responsibility. They love the pleasure of the sex act. So of course it makes sense that they're going to hunt you down at every turn. Of course it makes sense that they're going to tell you, there's no point in abstaining now. You're not a virgin. What is the point of that? You're not a virgin. It doesn't matter anymore because your value is in your virginity. But ladies, I'm here to tell you that, okay, you're no longer a virgin. And however that came to be, whether it came to be you got married and lost your virginity and maybe your marriage didn't make it, maybe it came to be with your first boyfriend in high school, however it came to be. The bottom line is this: today is a new day. You can be redeemed. You can wake up today or wake up tomorrow and decide you are going to become chaste. That you are going to value yourself. You are going to value your time. You're going to value your energy. You're going to value your body. And that you are not going to give yourself away for free to men who don't even like you. You get to decide that. You get to decide that. Okay? I'm going to look at your comments really quickly and then I'll go forward because I actually wrote some notes on this. No man wants a woman that many men are familiar with. Understandable. And if I can be so bold, the only way you would know that is if you knew every man she had ever been with. Unless she had a, I guess, bad reputation. And can I be honest with you? Even then, people lie. People lie on people. So you still don't have true knowledge or factual knowledge that that woman has been with all these different people. People do lie on people. Yes, this live is being recorded and it will be on my YouTube channel. Doesn't piss men off. Too many 304 start out by being turned out. Please, ladies, save it for the right person that wants a part of your life. If it doesn't work out, when you find another, your value is morals. Okay? Sex is no longer tied to morals and ethical standing, unfortunately. And I want to change that. And there are plenty other organizations that want to do that too. I want to change that. That's part of what my platform is about, is bringing women back to chastity, bringing women back to being a woman who is a high quality woman, being a modest woman. I use that word a lot, modesty. And that is in how you dress. That is in how you talk. That is in the places you go and the things that you do. There was a point in history, ladies, where the woman was pedestalized, where she was like, there's a famous saying that says, the greatest societies on earth, you will know them by the quality of their women. And when the quality of their women go down, that's when you know that that society is about to fall. When women's stock goes down, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. Think about that. Every man, every single person on the planet came through a woman. That's how important we are. That's how valuable we are. And yet we're not acting like it. We're not acting like it. We are out here giving ourselves away. We are out here having sex with men that don't even like us, that will not even take us out on dates or will not even introduce us to their friends or their family, that will not even, spend $10 bringing us something to eat when they come over to get laid. That has to change. That has to stop. That has got to stop. And that's part of what my platform is about, is someone has got to tell you the truth. And I'm going to stand in that truth. And you may not like it. You may not like it, but there are women out here, as you all call them, the 304s, okay? I don't even believe that's the majority of women. If I could be so bold as to make that statement, I don't believe the majority of women are 304s. I believe the majority of women are good gatekeepers. They're not out here giving away sex hand over fist. And as I've stated before on my platform, women don't even like sex like that. Like, can I keep it real? We not craving sex 24/7 like y'all. We're not thinking about sex 24/7. We're not visual, as y'all love to say. Men are visual. We're not. Looking at naked men does not get me wet. It don't excite me in the least. The male phallus is like, ugh. That's why they call it the meat leg. Like, ugh. Especially the uncircumcised ones. Oh, Lord. I'm good. Nothing about that is making my mouth water. Like, oh, girl, look at. No, it really ain't. But here's the thing y'all need to understand, gentlemen. You send dick pics and you think that, sending a selfie, sending a dick pic, sending pictures of yourself. See, you think women are visual, right? Because y'all are visual. You think women are visual. Well, I like to see a picture. That's why y'all ask for pictures. Can you send a picture? Send me a picture. Send me a picture of you in a bathing suit. Send me, and then you want naked pictures because that turns y'all on. That don't turn us on. So that's the first lesson for the men in this live. I need you to understand something. Most women are not visual like that. We do not get turned on looking at naked men, looking at naked men's behinds, looking at naked men's dick pics. That don't get us wet. That don't make our mouth water at all. That is not a defining factor if I'm going to have sex with you. It really isn't. Okay, so now the men have gotten the lesson. I hope you keep that lesson forever. But women are not visual like that. Okay, so save all that stuff. Save the ding-a-ling pictures. Save the selfies because we don't care about that. Okay. So, no. That is great. Society doesn't promote. A woman asked me, what do you want in a woman? I said a lady, and you would have thought I said something otherwise. Yeah. Well, the reason why my platform exists is to teach women, young women, older women, how to be ladies, how to be chaste, how to be modest. Okay. And now we're going to talk a little bit about the definition of temperance. And I feel like we as people, we need to learn about temperance. So the quality of moderation or self-restraint. A lot of us can learn about that, huh? Temperance. Okay. Control over one's acts, thoughts, or feelings. Moderation, restraint. We could use a whole lot more of that, couldn't we? Okay, but I need to get back on my pro-love content because y'all are out here screwing like with no regard, no protection. And let's talk a little bit about safe sex because, and this is for the ladies. So there is no such thing. There is no such thing as safe sex. Okay, so just using that phrase irritates me because y'all really think that if a woman's on birth control or a man uses a condom or, a dental dam and all this other stuff, that the sex is safe. There is no such thing. Because remember, sex is not recreational. Sex is not just a biological act that creates babies. Sex involves your heart. It involves your mind. It involves your feelings. Okay? So nobody told you that, she might be on the pill and you might have used a condom, but you have sex tonight and you don't call her tomorrow. And guess what? She don't feel safe. She don't feel good. She don't feel loved. No. But ladies, it's you all. You have to be better gatekeepers. And that can start the day you decide. The day you decide that, you know what? Anita's right. I'm going to require love. I'm going to require exclusivity. I'm going to require commitment. I'm going to require engagement. I'm going to require marriage. And I don't care if you have a child already. I don't care if you've been married before and you're divorced. I don't care if you're not a virgin. You can decide. You can be redeemed. And you need to. You need to be redeemed. You need to start all over and say, no, I'm done with that. I'm done with that. And here's the reality. Even the women that y'all call 304s, they just out here hoeing, they just out here doing whatever, those women are lost. Y'all know that. Those women are lost. Those women don't have fathers at home. Those women don't have mothers at home. Those women are lost. They're broken. Normal, healthy women, emotionally healthy women, do not run around screwing men all the time, and don't run around sleeping with men for money and bags and trips. And they love themselves. Women who love themselves, women who are emotionally healthy, women who have high self-esteem and high self-worth, don't go out there having sex with a bunch of men no. And that's what men need to understand. So while you're out here, now I'm about to talk to the men. While you're out here getting all this free sex, you're getting it from a broken woman. You're getting it from a low self-esteem, low self-worth, broken, emotionally battered woman. And you're taking that into your spirit. You are, okay, she's going to give me some free sex. She's going to give me some free head. She's going to do this and she's going to do that. And you have now energetically tied yourself to a broken, emotionally battered woman. So quit with the high and mighty crap. Quit with that. That, these women are hoes. You sleeping with hoes, bro. You sleeping with cheap, nasty hoes. So stop it. Stop the self-righteousness. Neither one of y'all is good. You ain't good. She ain't good either. Okay? But stop the foolishness. That somehow your little self-righteous tail really believe that you better than her. You're really not. You put your penis into something that is emotionally broken. Okay? Ricky 53 Shaw says, real men don't care about body count. What's important is how she carries herself and how she's with the man she's with. Okay, there's a word missing. John Hernandez 153 says, disagree. Fried 5670 says hi. So you looking, okay, he says, so you're looking for a young virgin. There really is no such thing, especially now. I mean, you could, maybe get a 14-year-old, 15-year-old, because this is a message that really I need to be given to 13-year-olds. There are women as young as 13. They're out here, having sex, which they shouldn't be. It's insane. He said, nope, not ran through, has faith, high self-worth, and relationship long-term values. Okay. And to that, I'm going to say, stop making hoes. Stop making hoes. Stop making sluts. Gentlemen. Stop having cheap sex with cheap women. Because this is the part you're not going to like. You're part of the problem. If you're out here running through a bunch of women and then complaining about all the hoes, you're a homemaker. Okay? They call women home wreckers. Y'all are homemakers. So, again, stop coming off as self-righteous. Stop coming off as better than. You're not. You're not. That's like people with diseases, they have AIDS, but you're sleeping with them. What? What sense does that make? You're sleeping with people that have AIDS. You're sleeping with people that have HIV. Yeah, can you believe those people with AIDS? Can you believe those people with HIV? You're sleeping with them. How are you better than them? Make that make sense. It don't. But back to the ladies. I need you to pursue authentic love from this point forward. People ask me all the time, why are you not married? And again, the only reason why y'all know that is because I tell you. I tell you my business. You're not shaming me or somehow trying to single shame me, I tell y'all my business. You wouldn't know my business if I didn't tell you. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is I pursue authentic love. I actually pursue authentic love. And because right now, there are a whole lot of people out here that are broken and battered and traumatized and bruised. And, they're insecurely attached. I can go on. They have a lot of problems. And I'm not looking for a perfect partner. But what I am looking for is a man who is self-aware. So here's what my stuff is, Anita. Here's what other people say, I struggle with. Here's what I know for a fact I struggle with. I'm looking for a man who's doing something about it. So I have been to therapy, or I'm currently in therapy. I am reading this. I am listening to that. I'm a part of this men's group. I'm a part of this church group. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Like 1 and 2 is hard. That's a hard combination to find because you got people out here that are not self-aware. They are completely clueless as to what their issues are. And then even if you tell them, like if I tell you, hey, this is a little issue you got, what? They're not trying to do nothing about it. They're not trying to do nothing about it. And they feel away for you telling them. How dare you tell me about me? How dare you? You've experienced me and all of my woundedness and all of my trauma. And how dare you say something about it? That's how they be doing, y'all. So, all right. What if they say they healed and they got therapy for the past 3 years? Again, there should be fruit of that. That's all. And I'm going to be honest with you. I've dated men that said that. Oh, I've been to therapy. Oh, I'm in therapy. I don't see no fruit of that. I see the same traumatized, abusive behaviors. Okay, that's what I see. I don't see no fruit of the therapy or the work or the books you read or the groups you in. I don't see any fruit of that. But you should see fruit of that. And the first thing you should see is self-awareness. I come to a person, I lay most of my cards on the table. I really do. I just like, hey, this is what it is. This is what I'm about. This is what you getting. These are the things that I'm still working on. These are the triggers. These are my wounds. This is how I'm dealing with them. I pretty much come to people straight. And people love getting that, but they don't want to give it. like I noticed that. A lot of men love that about me. Like, oh, you just so direct and you just tell people what you want and what you need and this and that. And they love getting it. But do they give it? Do they give it in return? No. They just as self-aware. They just as non-self-aware, clueless. They don't know what their issues and their problems are. And then look, spend half their time blaming it on all their exes and all their ex-wives and the kids. And it's everybody's fault but theirs. Next. Okay, the vetting process takes time and you may miss a lot of this stuff in the first 6 to 9 months. Maverick_Bay5. Here's what I'm going to encourage you to do because I'm old school and this is what I do. And I'm going to be honest. I don't care how you feel about it. You need help. You need help with vetting. Okay, I get help with vetting people. It's not just me vetting that person. The last 3 or 4 men I dated, do you know they met my family, not my kids. They met my family in the first 30 days, especially my mother. They met my friends in the first 30 days. Okay, like it ain't just me vetting you. I have help. And remember when I told you about the 3-point vetting system, the 3-point inspection system? Go and watch that video. There's 3 people that should be vetting anybody you're interested in other than you. I have that system set up and then some. Okay. Garland Stillwell says that means communicating directly. Texting is not communication. First few dates should be discussion heavy and not about how much money is spent. Bingo. What trauma have you experienced in life and how did you address it? Should be at the least a second date question. That's right. That's right. But see, y'all don't talk. Y'all don't talk. A lot of y'all don't talk and you don't listen. So that's problem 1 and problem 2. You don't talk. You don't feel comfortable being honest and being authentic and being direct. You don't talk or you don't listen. And there's people out there that don't do both. Y'all don't talk and don't listen. But that is the majority of the issue. But you need people. You need people to help you vet. Like I said, this is a true story. So the last man I dated for 4 years, and this was some years back. Our first date, y'all, I kid you not, our first date, it was at a restaurant, right? And then we was going to the Kings of Comedy. Was it Kings of Comedy? It might have been. Was it Kings of Comedy? No, it was. Because it was, who was on that lineup? Was it Kings of Comedy? No, it wasn't Kings of Comedy. It was, what's the other one that had all the black male comedians? It wasn't Kings of Comedy. It was something else. But this was years ago. And look, I told him to meet me. I said, yeah, meet me at this restaurant and we're going to park there. And then we're going to walk to where the show is. Because the show was like 3 blocks away. So I said, yeah, we're going to eat at this restaurant. We're going to walk to the show. I kid y'all not. That's all I said. Meet me at this restaurant. We're going to have dinner and then we're going to walk to the show. That man, this is our first date. That man showed up on that date. He saw a big round table with me and 2 other couples sitting at that table. He walk in and I was like, he walk over like, hello. That was the first date. That was the first date, y'all. He said, hello. I said, so-and-so, this is so-and-so and so. I introduced, I said, yeah, this is so-and-so, okay. We sat down. He was like, how come you ain't tell me you was inviting these other people? I was like, oh, remember I told you these are the people that, I told you some friends of mine got the tickets. Some friends of mine got us these tickets. And, I just found out that we're not all sitting together. Just you and I are sitting together and they're going to be sitting somewhere else, but they got the tickets. That was the first date. And so, there we go. We got a whole bunch of people. We got 4 other people with eyes on him other than me. That's what y'all afraid of. If I could be so bold, y'all are afraid to have other people vet the person you're interested in. And a lot of y'all have good reason for that because the person ain't ish. The person ain't ish and you don't want other people to see it. So you just a bad picker. You just a bad picker. My prayers to all who need this help. Yeah, I've been praying a lot about this. John Hernandez 153 says, does that mean that restored their values concept or that they can't find somebody because their desirability and they now have? I'm not quite sure. And then he said cats. John Hernandez 153, you must not have seen my reel about that insult. Like, we're over that insult. We're over the whole ladies need to get cats and die alone. Like, a lot of us are already doing that and we're okay. We're okay. We're actually doing pretty good. He thought he was buying dinner for 6 folks. Yeah, no, he knew he wasn't buying dinner for 6 folks. However, what he did not know was that he was being vetted. He was being vetted. And I was not just relying on my own ability to vet. And I am a pretty darn good discernment of character. And I still need people to help me vet. The last gentleman, yeah, he came over to my house for game night. Yeah, okay. And other people in here are looking at you, okay? Other people in here are telling me things about you. Didn't think that, did you? That other people, when that whole thing was over, was like, yeah, so-and-so was like so-and-so. And I noticed this, I noticed that. I was like, oh, because, I'm hosting a party, so I'm not really paying attention to so-and-so. But other people were. Other people was paying attention to so-and-so. And they were like, not him. It's something there that just ain't adding up. So understand, didn't see it, seen women prefer bears to men. Yes, and I did mention that in the reel. So please watch my reel. But that cut is not a cut anymore. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's called a projection. Men would not like that. That's why you say it to women. Again, didn't we already have the lesson about y'all being visual creatures and y'all sending us the dick pics? Didn't I just tell you that? That's called projection, baby. See, you thinking what you like is what we like. You thinking what you don't like is what we don't like. No, that's not how that works. Women love pets. Like, women love cats. Women love dogs. We love the peace and the tranquility and the unconditional love that those things bring in our life.
So you wishing us to have a whole bunch of cats and just be with them, that we not mad. Like, we okay with that. That actually works out just fine. So see, that would be an insult to a man. If I said that to a man, he would take that, oh my God, how dare you say that? Because see, that's not what y'all want to do. But right now, women are okay with just having our cats or our dog or our whatever. You know, we're okay doing that. We're okay with just being by ourselves. Because right now, just like men are checking out, women are checking out. I'm doing my best to keep people checked in. I'm doing my best to continue to encourage people to pursue authentic love. Stop pursuing sex. Stop pursuing money. Stop pursuing resources. Stop pursuing what a person can do for you. You have to return to service and being of value and being useful. Not used, useful. There is a difference. Okay? And that should be reciprocal, not transactional. I had some men on YouTube kind of tried to argue me down about reciprocal and transactional being the same and all of this. Okay. And I ended that whole thing with, all right, no, I don't have this kind of time to argue with men on the internet. I just don't. Okay. I'm busy. And like I always tell men on the internet, I'm paid to be here. What's your excuse? What's your excuse? I'm paid to create content. What are you doing here? Okay. Back to my ladies. So there is no such thing as safe sex. That's the thing you need to know. And even Planned Parenthood, even their statistical data has shown that most of the women who come in and get abortions, it's not because they didn't use birth control, it's because their birth control failed. So again, ladies, you could be on birth control. The man could use a condom. You could be on the pill and maybe you missed a day, or you could have an IUD in, or whatever other form of birth control you have. And that birth control fails you. And then who has to go and, get rid of the child, have an abortion? You. Or who has to carry the child for 9 months and go through a very painful delivery? You. Who has to take care of the child for the rest of its life? Probably you. So that is, in my opinion, like once I truly understood that as a teenage woman, that's when I became chaste. And it's not to say, because I didn't lose my virginity until I was 18. I wish I had kept it until I was married. But there was no part of me that wanted to have sex sooner than 18. Because I was like, yuck, men are gross. Men are disgusting. That's nasty, gross, yucky. That's what I thought. And when I did lose my virginity, after dating a man for almost a year, I lost it to a man who loved me. I lost it to a man who cared about me. And the ultimate test of that was for almost a year, we weren't having sex. We weren't having sex. He was taking Anita out. He was doing things for Anita. He was doing all kinds of amazing, wonderful things. I was doing all kinds of wonderful things for him, but we weren't having sex. That was the testament to how he felt about me. That was the testament to our love for each other. It was not about sex. So yes, after all of that, I was like, oh my God, yes, of course I want to do this. Of course I want to be with this person in this way. And guess what, y'all? Back then, I actually thought he would be my husband. We had talked at length about getting married once we graduated college. We were like, yeah, we'll make it through college. And at 22, we'll get married and we'll have a family. We'll be together forever. Like, we believed in authentic love. And that man loved me. So I don't know what people are out here doing now. Hold on, let me look at your comments. Garland Stillwell says, successful couples I've seen have had a discipline instilled in them as they were raised. That discipline is absent now. Yep. And you can't teach a grown person something they should have learned at 12. Woo. Maverick_Bay5 says, this woman I was dating giving me all this honesty, but with time I realized she had bad boundaries from her husband. She started to really love me and realized the ex struggling to move on. But ladies, I always say this. I'm going to say it again. I've said it 1,000 times before. I believe it's up to us. I believe we have to be better gatekeepers. I believe we have to be chaste. We have to be modest. I believe we are, we're the lock, right? So the man is the key and we're the lock. And that key should not open every lock. We should be a good lock. Like, we should be a good lock. And we have to get back to basics. There is no such thing as safe sex. Let me just blow away the feminist lies that you've been told. There is no such thing as safe sex. Okay? You getting pregnant and getting rid of your baby is not solving your problems. It's not solving your soul problem. You having sex with a bunch of men that don't like you or don't love you or don't really rock with you like that, there's nothing great about that at all. At all. You should require that a man love you, that he respect you, that he is exclusive to you, that he's committed to you. But this idea of, sex will somehow lead to commitment. I already did that video, didn't I? I already did the whole sex, giving a man sex is not the door to commitment. We've already talked about that. That is the way for you to get used, especially now, especially in 2024. You're just another woman having casual sex with a man. No, I let men know, I don't get down like that. You're not my man. And look, this one guy, just very passive aggressive. Well, I don't understand why we're not being, because you're not my man. Why aren't we being sexual? Why aren't we? Because you're not my man. I will say that till the cows come home. You're not my man. You're not in love with me. You're not exclusive to me. You're not committed to me. You're not my man. I'm smart enough to know better. So nope. He said, hey, call those back in the house. I made my mistake getting involved with two sisters that I love me and I come to find the truth about them. Okay, yes, a healthy, sound, mature, self-care woman is everything. I agree. The sex complicates things. It does. That's why like I said, I can see who you really are with clean, clear eyes. And remember the famous saying that says, men are not thinking clearly before sex, and then after sex, they're thinking clearly. Women are thinking clearly before sex, and after sex, we're not thinking clearly. And women, you all need to remember that. That's why I don't have sex, because I'm in my right mind the whole time I'm dealing with you. But if you keep pushing these envelopes and, that's the way to get a man to commit. No, it's not. He says, well, what about women who don't want to be faithful to the men and the men are faithful to them and those women be out there cheating on the man? Leave them alone. That's an easy one. Why are you still dating these type of women? Why are you not vetting these women better? I'm going to be quite frank with you all, the gentlemen on this live. It's easy. It is so easy to vet the virtue of a woman. It's so easy. It's embarrassing. The fact that you all don't know it is actually kind of embarrassing. It's super easy to vet a woman's virtue. Okay? It's very, very easy. And the fact that, and I'm going to be honest, a lot of men don't vet for a woman's virtue because you're so busy trying to get laid. You're so busy trying to get laid hand over fist. And then when you get sex from her, oops, I didn't determine if she's virtuous. So not only am I having sex with her, she's having sex with other people. See, y'all so busy trying to get laid that you never vetted the woman's virtue. So that's on y'all. He said, no, I'm not with them now. Don't listen to those relationships. Okay. Yes, there is no safe sex is an unpopular yet true fact. There is none. There is no safe sex. So that's the first feminist lie I'm going to blow out of the water. The second lie is this freedom in, having sex like men and that's sex positive. No, it's not. Ain't nothing positive about opening up your body to diseases and pregnancy and heartache and soul ties. Ain't nothing liberating about that. Nothing liberating about any of the things I just mentioned. Getting a sexually transmitted disease you can't get rid of and all. No, nothing liberating about that. Nothing liberating about getting an abortion and having that haunt your spirit and having that hurt your body. Nothing is liberating about that. But they didn't tell you that. So, I made this woman wait a month and she thought something was wrong because I wasn't trying to rush her to bed. That's one way, which is, again, put sex to the side. Put sex to the side. Just find out if you even like her. Why are y'all running around having sex with women you don't like? That's the other video on YouTube. That video got 13,000 views. Men have low standards for sex. A lot of men, I'm not going to say all, because there was a lot of men coming under that video. I'm not like that. I have standards. Okay, you in the minority, bro, because most men, their standard for a woman they'll sleep with is low. The bar is low. The bar is in hell. Okay? If the woman it has a hole and it get wet and she willing, they'll have sex with it. Okay? So y'all didn't like that, but it's the truth. You vet someone by interacting with them. Yep. People hide behind their social media persona. And here's the number one way, gentlemen. You ready? Because y'all want to know this. How do you vet? How do you know a woman's virtue? You observe. You simply observe. You actually listen. But like I said, y'all are so busy trying to get laid, you don't listen. You're so busy trying to get laid, you don't observe. You don't just watch her. You don't just watch what she do. You don't watch what she do on social media. You don't watch what she do with her phone. You don't watch what, see, but y'all so busy trying to get laid that you can't do that. You can't just watch a woman. You can't observe her. You can't ask questions and listen to how she answer it. Cause what's rolling around in your head is them big old yitties and that big behind and I can't wait to get. See, you're not even vetting. You're not even discerning. So that's the truth. We live in a pornographic-filled society that promotes lust. Agreed. And I talked a lot about how to desexualize your brain. That we, men and women, have to desexualize our brain. We have to be willing to desexualize our brain. What I'm going to start promoting on my platform more is pursuing authentic love. And that is going to require putting sex to the side. That is going to require a level of chastity. And people are not going to like it. People are going to poo-poo it. Okay? The feminist agenda has given women all kinds of techniques and tools to reduce the risk. But what's the word I just used? Reduced. Not got rid of. Reduce the risk. Okay, so using birth control reduces the risk. Using a condom reduces the risk. It does not eradicate the risk. It reduces. And y'all think that's doing something. You think having sexual education in school is somehow doing something. All it's teaching you is about the biological mechanics of sex. It's not teaching you about love. It's not teaching you about chastity. It's not teaching you about abstinence. It's not teaching you about celibacy. And for the record, y'all are not celibate. Okay, y'all are not celibate. We need to stop saying that. Celibacy is for nuns and priests and monks and people who have no intention of having sex ever again in life. Okay, that's what celibacy is. You can say I'm practicing chastity. You can say I'm practicing abstinence, but you're not practicing celibacy. Celibacy is the abstaining from marriage and sexual relations. So everything all together, ever, forever. Y'all not doing that. Okay? Well, only one thing with me now. I'm not involved with nobody. I'm still praying about my future marriage with my wife. But I do know somebody at my church, and I know her from 1982 till now. Okay, well, maybe you need to pursue that. Study the 738-55 rule. I have to look that up. Stop messing with these 304s. He said, what are 304s? May you explain how virginity isn't value. I'm going to have you go back because I'm getting ready to wrap up this live. I'm going to have you go back and watch the replay because I'm getting ready to wrap this live up. But it is basically that, it is a shame tactic, right? It's a shame tactic that men use. And I will not be shamed. Like I said, I will not be shamed. I will not be judged other than by my God. If my God can redeem me, I don't give a fig what a man here on earth say. If my Jesus can tell the woman at the well, hey, you doing this stuff you shouldn't be doing, you're out of order, you're immoral. If he can redeem her, I can be redeemed. That's in gist what virginity is not value, but it is being used. It is being weaponized Virginity is being weaponized by modern day men, and I won't have it. I won't stand for it. And I'm going to start promoting chastity. I'm going to start promoting abstinence. I've been promoting it, but I need to return to that language that women need to be chaste. It's not about being a virgin, because most women over the age of 21, as I just said statistically, where's my statistic? That only 12.3% of women, okay, are virgins over the age of 21. Most of them are not. Most of us are not virgins. But to weaponize that, for a man to say that, oh, there's no need for a woman to abstain if she's not a virgin. That is a tactic that a man uses to keep you in sin. What does it matter? You've already done it. You might as well give it to me and everybody else. That's basically what he's saying. So stop falling for that. Stop falling for the weaponization of a woman's value. A woman is not valuable unless she is a virgin. That is a load of crap. And we have to, and this is not some sort of feminist, agenda to get women to go out and have sex. No, quite the opposite. Stop giving away your most precious part of yourself. Stop giving yourself away for free. Require authentic love. Require real commitment. Require authenticity and require more. Require all of it. That's it. Dating, AP, I'm not sure what that is. Porn site, IG have destroyed the pursuit of building positive relationships. I agree. I'm praying for us all. Seriously. Same. A confused woman run the other way. Some women love to waste your time and money. I agree. The same men who judge women on body count are the same men who will leave a woman who is abstinent. Precisely. That's what I'm saying. Precisely. But I would rather a woman know that. Like, I abstain because I want to find out how a man really feels about me. And if I can be so bold, men who are only there to get laid, to get free sex, to get their willy wet, they ain't trying to hear that. They not trying to hear that. They gonna go about their business. And that is actually, ladies, so the men ask me how to tell if a woman is virtuous, how to tell if a woman's a good woman. How do you tell a man is a good man? Take sex off the table. And if he don't want nothing to do with you, there you go. It's really easy. It's really easy, but y'all are not willing to do that. Women are so full of fear. You're so full of fear of being alone and being by yourself and ain't nobody doing that today. Okay, let's see. Let's take sex off the table and see what really happens. That's what we need to do. Just leave it alone. Meet your own needs, meet your own sexual needs, and stop being out here giving these men sex hand over fist. And especially if they're not giving you exclusivity or commitment or love or come on. I mean, to me, this is like basic 101. Pure churches need to be more proactive in the type of message you promote. I agree. I think the church has failed us. The church most definitely has failed us. When you are abstaining, you will really see how many men truly like you for you. Yep. A man can play along if he is getting some. Yep. Yeah, because that's his number one reason for continuing to entertain you is he has sexual access to you. But how does a man feel about you when he is getting no sexual access? And ladies, there's lots of other things that you could be providing other than sex. So it's not to say a man is getting nothing. He can be getting a whole lot of something. I have male friends that they tell me all the time, Anita's a great friend. She's a great friend. She's all the things. There's lots of things we get from Anita. We're not having sex with Anita. But thank God there's so many other things that Anita provides. And you've got to see if a man is willing to figure that out. What else do you provide? Now, ladies, you got to provide something else. There's a lot of women out here that don't provide nothing else. And that's why you stuck. Like, I see. So you stuck. Garland Silva says only 7% of our communication is verbal, 38% is tonal, 55% is facial and body language. Precisely. Yeah. So just pay attention. I pay attention. I got a great book over there on my nightstand, and it's all about reading body language. It's been a really good read. And so now I've been looking for like all these context clues that people give in their body language. But yeah, just pay attention. He said, please let these folks know oral sex is off the table too. Yeah, you gotta lay it all down, right? Lay it all down. Keep your stuff off their stuff and give them eyes and smile. Give them, the warm hug, the pat, you can give them that, but that's it. Don't give them nothing else. And you're going to see what you really got. And for the men, if you can display a level of sexual discipline, you'll see what the woman is really about. Now, if she go to calling you gay, if she go to saying something's wrong with you and calling you gay, there you go. Again, anybody that is going to resort to name calling and resort to like destroying your character. See, there you go. That's what I tell men. It's not hard. It's not hard for you to discern the character of a woman. But you have got to have a amount of sexual discipline yourself in order to do that. But y'all are so busy trying to get laid. That's why you can't do it. Ain't nobody thinking about that until now that I done got laid. Maybe my feelings get involved. And now I see, oh, she ain't just sleeping with me. She's sleeping with everybody. See, that's on y'all. So nope. But I knew this was going to get people in their feelings, especially the men, because you really do believe that a woman's value is in her virginity. And that doesn't make sense, gentlemen, because even if you met the most beautiful, the most wonderful, loving, nurturing woman in the world, okay, once you take her virginity, then what? Then what? So even if this is your own wife, she's no longer a virgin. What is her value? That's all. That's all this life is about. That's a childish way of looking at things. A woman's value is in her virginity. Okay, and once you take that, then what? What else you got? Because if it's all about her being a virgin and she's no longer a virgin, and she's your woman, she's your wife, now what? That don't make no sense. Okay? That don't make no sense, okay? That don't make no sense. Not all men. I'm repelled when men are sexual early on. It's such a turnoff. I don't dress provocatively and not loose. And he says, and women are stuck with the kids and STDs. Precisely. That's exactly what I just said. 98% of the negative consequences of sex fall on the woman. That is her number one reason to abstain. Is that if this thing goes wrong, the person who's probably going to get hurt the most is me. Carlos Gibson says, one of my ex-girlfriends broke up with me to go marry somebody else's husband, but she waited until they got divorced. Then she married him. But at the same time, I always knew that she was going to, and then it cut off. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. I was trying to say I always knew that she was going to start acting up on him because I seen her with some other man that was not her husband, and it was a mess. Okay, stop attracting those type of women. And believe it or not, those women exist. I've never come on my platform and act like women are angels. We're not. And as a matter of fact, in some regards, women are more vicious than men. Women are more astute than men. Women are definitely more vengeful than men are. Women are vengeful. Okay? So you scorn a woman, you in trouble. So I've never played the role of, oh, women are perfect, they're angels. No, they're not. No, they're not. And when they're emotionally immature, oh, Lord, you got a handful on your hands. That's a whole lot. Women are not perfect. I do believe, though, that the majority of women are good gatekeepers because, like I said, we just don't get down with sex like that. We just, we're not out here trying to open our legs to every man because men are nasty. So most of us are not out here having sex with everybody. Most of us are keeping it to ourselves. We want something real. We want something real. We want authentic, real, true love. And it seems like don't nobody want that anymore. But I'm going to be pro-love. I'm going to keep supporting that. I am. I know that's not a popular message, but I'm going to keep supporting it. All right. Scorn a woman and you are forever checking the lug nuts on your tires, right? What other things can we give a man without sex? How to keep the connection without it? You're going to be warm. You're going to listen. You're going to be a safe person, a safe sounding board for a man. You're actually going to listen. You're going to care about what he's talking about. You can hug him. You can cook for him. You can do little, acts of service for him. There's lots of things you can do for him. And you can be useful. You can be useful. And that's in any way that a man needs you to be useful other than sexually. Like I said, I have guy friends and they're always like, hey, can you do this? Can you run here? Can you go there? I'm like, okay. Yeah, I am useful. And they're useful to me. I'm like, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? And blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah. Think about friendship. Like, that's the answer. Think about friendship. What do you give to your friends? What do you do for your friends? How are you there for your friends? Be that for a man. If you have friends, like, that's what you should be offering a man, is genuine friendship, genuine love and care and concern. Like, why don't we start there? Everybody who knows me, I mean, this is indicative of my sign. Everybody says this, that friendship is that's the gateway for me. Friendship is the gateway to something more. If a man doesn't genuinely like me, it's a total turnoff to me. I'm not interested in men who don't like me. And I can tell men who don't like me, and that I don't want to sleep with them. I don't want anything to do with them because I want the genuine friendship. I want to genuinely be liked by a man. I want a man to dig me and I want to dig that man. So think about friendship. Think about all the things you do for your friends or your family or your siblings. That's it. Okay. Thank you for this conversation. I believe in true love. Same. And I'm seen as corny. I'm seen as corny because I actually want pure, authentic love. Like, I'm being honest. I'd rather have nothing. I'd rather have no man. I'd rather have nothing if it is not pure, authentic love. If it's not a person that digs me, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to be with someone just to be with someone. And people like me make y'all nervous. They really do. Women like me make men nervous. I'm going to be honest. We make men nervous. Men can't figure us out. Like, what is going on? The little cat insult don't work. The insult about dying alone don't work. No, it doesn't. Baby, I've been on this earth a long time. I figured out a lot of things. The average man does not ruffle my feathers. I'm a cat of a different breed. I'd rather be on my own than be in a relationship with a man that don't like me, don't love me, is not there to serve me and protect me and contain me in a masculine way. I'm good. And that makes y'all nervous. Don't let these bad apples change you. Be careful, patient with your heart and time. I will. Because like I said, I will not participate. That's the state that I will just be in. Like, instead of getting out here and letting a bunch of men get on my last nerve, I just won't participate. It's sad that sex is the most important thing to men. They will throw a whole woman away because they can't sleep with them. Yeah. What, in your opinion, is the cause of so much promiscuity? I've already talked about this. So dating apps, pornography, birth control, abortion. Ooh, can I say that? Abortion, birth control, dating apps, pornography, social media. I've already talked about this. All of those things have just sent us straight to hell. And here we are. And here we all are. Right? And separating, there's no God. There's no God in us anymore. There's no morals or values. We used to, as a society, we had shared morals and shared values. That doesn't exist. Y'all can't even tell me what a woman is. You can't even define what a woman is. So yeah, it is destroying us. Weak man and a man with the wrong intentions. Yep. I'm 25. I would rather be single for the rest of my life if I have to put up with this foolishness. Yeah, I get it. Social media is also destroying our culture. Yep. Because again, what I talked about the other day, options. Everybody got options. You got all these options. No, you don't. You really don't. Statistically, it has been proven that most of us will meet and mate and marry a person who lives within 30 miles of us. Okay, most of us are not going to, like, I live in Virginia. I'm not going to meet and mate and marry a man in, the UK or California or New York or Quebec. No, that's not going to happen. I'm going to meet and mate and marry with someone who lives within 30 miles of where I live. But yet all these people on social media have options. You've got options. And yes, society has become godless. Yeah, such dangerous times. Cause of promiscuity, lack of strong fathers. Yeah, that's it. Broken families, no shame societies, and empty churches. Yep. Yep. And this is what I find so fascinating. Now, I'm just going to touch on this because I may prick somebody's ego. Is church and Christianity and pastors and preachers and people with ministries, they're flooding social media, right? That you see the Tim Rosses, you see the Ruslan, and you see all these pastors and preachers. And what's his name? Oh God, I have his book. The young brother. He's Tim Ross's protege. You're seeing all these pastors and preachers and ministry people. They're flooding social media. They have podcasts. They have YouTube channels, right? Because in their mind, they're saying, well, we want to bring it to the masses. We want to reach people where they are. But even those people, like some of the stuff they talk about, some of the stuff they promote, I'm like, it's kind of sketchy. Like, it's a little sketchy. Yeah, it's a little sketchy. Y'all say y'all trying to promote Jesus, but are you? Because it's a little sketchy. Some of the stuff y'all talking about. This is a big reason why a lot of men are running to different cultures and different ethnicities. The traditional black woman is hard to find. I agree with that. But here's what they're not telling those men is a woman is a woman. A woman is a woman is a woman. If it bleeds, if it has a vagina, if it has a uterus, if it has an XY chromosome, a woman is a woman is a woman. And so they're not going to be free of, what makes a woman, which is irrational and illogical. So they're still going to get that. When do you think hookup culture became the new norm? Like, when do you think people stopped dating for long-term commitment marriage? It happened about 5 years ago. It became common practice about 5 years ago. So not that long ago. It was about 5 years. And dating apps have only been around for 12 years. It's so interesting that yet people today, they see this as like, oh, it's been this way forever. No, it hasn't. Dating apps have been around for 12 years and hookup culture has been around for 5 years. It hasn't been around that long. And so when I tell people, yeah, we do need to go back to what actually works because that's what we've been doing for thousands of years. Dating apps and hookup culture is new. Yeah, the TD Jakes, Joel Osteen, Noel Jones, and a whole lot more. Yeah, they're trying to come to social media, but they're not doing a very good job. In my opinion, they are being influenced by social media. So instead of being strong, convicted Christians, instead of saying the things that people don't want to hear, they're watering down the message. And that's the problem I have. So I'm not ever going to do that. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Y'all going to hate it. And that's that. I'm going to tell you the God's honest truth. What? I ain't supposed to be doing X, Y, Z. Nope. Some people say dating has always been like this. I disagree. No, I'm 56. And like I said, I was in a long-term relationship. God, when did that relationship end? Maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah, that's when I noticed it, like 4 years ago. So like I said, 5 years. Hookup culture has been around for 5 years. And 5 years ago, I was in a long-term committed relationship with a man who, I kid you not, we went on one date and he was like, you mine, you my woman, and that's what I was used to. So when I dated someone recently and months were going on and I was like, okay, what is happening? And nothing was happening. Like there was no talk of exclusivity. It was weird. That was the first person in my lifetime that had not approached me about being exclusive and committed. I was like, what is happening? Like, we've been dating for months. We've been out multiple times. We've gone places. We've done things. That person never once was like, yeah, I'd like for us to do this, exclusively. I'd like for us to date exclusively. I'd like for you to be my girlfriend. Never once. And that's when I knew I was in trouble. I was like, oh, dang. I done fell into this culture. I got out of there with the quickness. I was like, oh no, I got to leave this. I was like, I kid y'all not. I was like, oh God, I done fell into it. Cause that's not what I come from, y'all. I come from a man and I go out and we look in each other's eyes and we see something. We see something in the other person or not, because sometimes I'll do that and I won't see nothing. I don't see nothing, right? And then I say, okay, Anita, give him 2 more dates. And if you still don't see or feel nothing, then let him loose. But usually that first date, I look in his eyes, he look in my eyes, and we see something in each other. We like, okay, let's see what this could be, right? And then from there, we just seeing each other. We just dating. We going out. We saying, yeah, let's see where this could lead, right? And this whole idea of going out with somebody multiple times and going here and they don't open their mouth and then they want some sex. I was like, okay, so you asking me about sex, but you're not asking me about exclusivity. Like, something ain't adding up. So yeah, I found myself in that. I was like, no, I got to leave this. I was like, nah, I got to leave this. No, thank you, baby. She said, you said you look 36. But I said, I got to leave this. And I left that with the quickness. I was like, this not for me. This not for Anita. Hookup culture started with Black Planet and MySpace. I wouldn't say though that it was widely promoted. It got widely promoted about 5 years ago. The young men aren't any better. I was talking to a 35-year-old and he said he wasn't looking for anything serious. It's true. But you got men my age doing that now. So I don't know. It's not for everyone, but some people date without purpose. Most people do now. So just be careful, because most people, it's all fun and games. It's all recreational. It's all about getting. It's not about giving. And I just don't know how long we can keep this up. That's what's concerning me. How long can we keep this up? What age would you have to be to give this up? It's like I always say, it's this extended adolescence. It's like this extended, I don't want to grow up. And that's weird to me. That's really weird. We should want something stable and secure. We should want to have a family. We should want to, I just don't understand what is happening. And it's men and women. I can't even just blame it on the men. I see women doing this. Oh, I don't want to get married. I don't want to have any kids. I'm like, wow, 35 and 37. 37 years old, and they think they are too young to be somebody's mother. Like, this is crazy. It's crazy. I never seen nothing like it. What's the advantage of marriage for men in this day of age? Baby, that's for another video. I got too many things to mention. I'm 69 and I'm tired. I bet you are. Yeah. Extended adolescence. That's it. It's like, I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. like, that's it. And look, they treating people like toys. So instead of playing video games, instead of playing with their little, RC cars and they using people. They playing people like a game. They playing with people like they're a game. I can't participate. So I cannot participate. Nope. I'd rather just focus on having a child and raising that child than keeping a woman happy for 20 years. It's not your job to keep a woman happy, though. See, that's the first thing you got to dispel. It's not your job to keep a woman happy. You find a woman who's happy and you make her happier. It's not your job to make a woman happy. Many in current generation have never used real cash money. Everything is like Candy Crush tokens. Ooh, yeah. All right, y'all, I'm going downstairs for dinner. I'm jumping into these client appointments. And I thank you all for joining me. But I know, this was dicey. And look, I'm going to go and post it on YouTube. And YouTube is going to tear it up. YouTube is going to, what? Virginity is not your value. What kind of craziness is that? Blah, blah, blah. They going to have a field day. But you have to listen to understand. Okay? If that is men trying to weaponize virginity. Okay? Virginity is not your value, because once a woman's virginity is taken, whether it's by her husband or the man she's in a long-term relationship with, what you're saying is she no longer has value, and that's foolish. Now, the second part of the message is, women, be chaste. Be chaste, be discerning. Stop sleeping with everybody. Stop sleeping with men that you are not exclusive and committed to. Stop sleeping with men that you're not married to. Stop sleeping with men that don't love you and don't like you. Okay? He says some people walk around dirty. Don't waste your time with herpes, HIV, etc. If you're doing dinner before 6, it's called supper. Okay, well, I'm going to have supper. Thank you. I appreciate you. But yeah, this is one that you're going to have to listen to understand. The title is going to, trigger you, but you have to listen to understand. I'm tired of things being weaponized. I'm tired of women weaponizing things against men, and I'm tired of men weaponizing things against women. We got to stop that. Okay? Okay. All right. He said, a Ken Mole hookup culture became the norm in the early 2000s. I disagree. I don't think it was that long ago. 24 years? No, I think it was about 5 years ago. Rise of social media, dating apps shifting. Because remember, dating apps have only been around for 12 years. Shifting gender roles and expectations. Yeah. All right. Have a great rest of the day. I thank you all for joining me on these lives. Yeah, I say that too, Brianne Nicole. I tell married couples, that's primarily what I work with in my practice is married couples. And I be fighting hard. And they be like, darn, you fighting harder for this than we are. I say, yeah, because if you knew what was out here, you be fighting harder too. I do. I fight hard for my couples. Okay, he said it's been here for a while for millennials. Okay, maybe I'm out of touch. But to me, dating apps have only been around 12 years. I don't think it's been around. So I don't think it was before that. I think it really got ramped up in the last 5 years, but that's just me. I'm going to do some research and I'll be back. Y'all have a great rest of your day. It is 99 degrees here. So please stay cool, stay hydrated. I took my dog to the dog park earlier. I will be in for the rest of the day. I did water my garden maybe 2 hours ago, but I'll be in for the rest of the day. So stay cool. Thank you so much for joining. And as always, stay open to love.